everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to our magical vlog. We are going to talk about Disney's Vacation Club, or DVC.
I'm repping merch.
We have other videos on our vlog talking about Disney. We talked about the Disney, there's like 19 resorts on Disney property. We just posted about a week ago. We posted some other reviews of movies, stuff like that. If you guys like our vlog, make sure you click the subscribe button so you guys get up-to-date messaging on when we post new videos. Don't forget to like and comment below as well.
And definitely share us with your friends.
So I'm going to be mostly asking questions about the DVC to Amy, because Amy knows more about the Vacation Club than I do. So we're going to ask a couple of questions that some of the viewers have asked us that I wrote on my phone. So the first question we have is, how did we come across signing up for the DVC?
So it's something I had heard of, but I thought of it as like a timeshare, so it was going to be really expensive. So as a poor college student, I never really looked into it. I never really did research on it because I only did research on things that really interest me. And we went on a vacation with us and my dad, and that's actually the trip we got engaged on. My dad, in every resort and throughout the parks, there are these little stands that say Disney Vacation Club, and they have like normally one person sitting there with some information. So my dad walked up to them at the beach club, and we were talking to the guy, and he was like, I can only give you minimal information. I'm not a salesperson, but I can tell you this: if you go to an informational session, it'll be about an hour. You can ask all the questions you want. You can take a tour of the villas, and we'll compensate you for your time. And what he meant was, for the three of us, we'd get 3 fast passes for any day, any ride we'd want to use them. So 9 free fast passes and a gift card. So I think we got a $50 gift card. I've heard of people getting 200 or 100. So it seems to vary. But my dad was intrigued enough to go, and we started asking questions, and it just sounded like it made sense for us. Our salesperson's great. It's something that I recommend anybody who's interested in the Vacation Club or considering it, go on one of these informational tours, because you're being compensated for your time. You're going to learn more about it, and our sales person actually really was not pushy. It was not like a pushy timeshare thing. She even told us, she goes, listen, you don't have to make a decision now. Here's all the information. Call me when you're ready. She was like, do not put a deposit down today. I want you to think about it, because you may be on the high of a Disney vacation. Go home. You have 2 weeks. Yeah, you have 2 weeks.
I never came down, by the way.
Yeah, and then call us back. And what we talked about was, my dad did I know we'll probably talk about this later, but 100 points was my dad's, and we did 100 points. So we had 100 to use, and my dad had 100 to use. And then when he passed away, we got all of it. So,
a little bit more in detail, when you go to one of these little stands in one of the resorts, they will schedule an appointment for you to meet with a Vacation Club member.
And actually at Saratoga Springs, they have sample deluxe villas. So while we were there, they had Ulani and Polynesian, which were the 2 open options. You could buy at either resort. And they also had Grand Floridian, which had just sold out. So we have Polynesian. I think now they still have Polynesian. I'm not sure if Ulani's sold out yet, but they also have Wilderness Lodge, because they opened more credits for that.
So that day, the day that you have it scheduled, they will come with a van, pick you guys up. We'll take you into the villas, show you around, explain everything. And for those who have children, they have daycare that they will watch your children while the adults are going and viewing all the Vacation Club rooms at that time. And then once everyone's done, they'll go and get free ice cream afterwards. And then they'll drive you back to your resort. So I think it took us maybe about an hour, 2 hours, something like that.
Around 2 hours, because Josh and my dad were playing with numbers and they kept asking questions, which is fine. So take your time. You don't have a time limit.
So with her father and I, we knew for a fact we were going to do this. I mean, money aside, we knew that we were going to do this. Her father wanted to leave the vacation club as his legacy. When we have children, saying, hey, your grandfather is the one that helped buy the vacation club. But if you're not 100% sure, you can be in and out of there in under an hour. It won't kill your vacation. There is absolutely no pressure to sign up. They actually tell you that they don't allow you to sign up until a week after you're back from your vacation. Because they don't, again, like Amy said, they don't want you on that high signing something and then saying, oh no, I shouldn't have signed, or I can't afford it, or whatever.
And it also prevents the salespeople from being too pushy, because they know no matter who comes in, they're not going to sign today.
They're also not on commission.
They're not.
They're not at all.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, so they literally tell you the information, whether you sign up or not, they still get paid. So they're not pushy salespeople whatsoever. The next question we have is, how does the DVC actually work?
So I'm going to really chop this down. There's a lot of information, and that's why I really recommend going with a salesperson. Basically, you get vacations for 50 years. You pay a monthly payment just like a mortgage. It's a 10-year loan, so if you pay off vacations for 10 years, you get them for 50. And you pay based on your cost per point, and that changes per year, so I can't give you the cost per point. And then you pay also a monthly maintenance. You pay that monthly maintenance for the entire 50 years, and that monthly, I'll call it our mortgage payment, you pay that for the 10 years. So you can pay off early if you can.
And there's no penalties either.
There's no penalties. You can leave a larger down payment, which we did. We left a larger deposit, all of that. They'll go over with you, and they'll work with you on numbers. If you say, this is how much I can afford per month, they'll work with you on that. So every year, for us it's in December. I'm not sure if everyone's in December, but we signed up in April, and we got our points for every December. You get your allotted points. So we signed up for, like I said, 200 points. So every December we get 200 points. With that 200 points, we can book a Disney vacation. Now each resort and each room size and all of that factor, and the time of year factor into how much your points allow you to spend. So if I want to go during Christmas time and stay at the Grand Floridian, I'm going to stay maybe 2 nights with our points. I'm doing this off memory. But if I want to go the least time of year and stay at, let's say, Animal Kingdom Lodge, I could probably go for 3 weeks. They estimate 100 points allows you for a week of vacations, and I'd say that's really accurate. Our stay at the Polynesian was like 130 points. It wasn't bad at all. And we stayed at the deluxe studio. The smaller the room, the less points. The larger the room, the more points. And some of these rooms, like the 3 bedrooms, sleep up to 12 people. Like the 3 bedrooms at Bay Lake Towers at the Contemporary have 2 floors. Like you have a staircase in your room. So they're really cool. What you can do is, let's say you don't want to go on vacation one year, those 200 points can go to the next year. So you can bank or borrow. So you can bank those 200 points and save them for next year. Or like what we're probably going to do is this December, we're going to actually borrow points. So we're going to borrow from the year ahead of us. I couldn't figure out the word. We're going to borrow from the year ahead of us, and that next year we won't get our 200 points. We'll get whatever's left over. The other thing you can do is, if, let's say, this year we're not going to go on vacation, but we'll go next year with a big family vacation, I can bank and borrow. So if I have 200 points a year, I could technically have up to 600, but I'd have to miss a year, and you'd have to go every other year, which some people do. I have heard of people doing that, but it's a point system. If you're not going to use them, there are also other sites that you can sell your points to. Mm-hmm. I think it's like $15 a point. And
they're not affiliated with Disney whatsoever.
They're not. But from what I've heard, it makes sense. It works for people who maybe can't go on vacation for some reason or another. And they don't want to lose the money they put into it. Because if you don't use the points. Yeah, if you don't use the points within 3 years of them being issued, you lose them. The other thing is you can use your points all around the world. So there are 3 categories of properties, and I'm sorry if I get the naming wrong of the categories, but there's the Disney vacation club properties, which are the ones that are Disney owned. So Vero Beach, Hilton Head, all the Walt Disney World properties, the Grand Californian, Ulani, I think that's it. They're all Disney Vacation Club properties. Then there's the Disney Collection, and that includes staying like on a Disney cruise. There's a few others in that category. And then there's the World Travelers Collection. I'm not sure on the exact name of it, but you can stay all around the world. They partner with RCI, which is another timeshare company, and you can stay at any of their properties. I personally have never booked at any of their properties, but from what I've heard, it's really easy. It's not a problem at all. And RCI, it actually costs less points to stay at an RCI property than a Disney property. The way it converts over for some reason, you can get more for your money at an RCI. We've never really wanted to stay not at Disney, so...
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, so we've never personally done it, but if we ever do it, I'll definitely take you along on the booking process.
So the next question is, how do I know how many points I need for my family?
So that's something that your salesperson can tell you. And the great thing about the vacation club is you can always add points on. Once you buy a certain number of points, you don't have to stick with that. So what helped us figure out what the number of points is, we told her our preferred time of year to go and what size room we'd be looking for. And she pulled out a bunch of charts, they're point charts, and it shows the size room, the time of year, and how many points it costs for the day or for a week. That, for us right now, we can go during the school year. So we can go in the lowest time of year, and we don't need a bigger room. When we have kids and we don't want to take them out of school and we want a larger room, it's going to cost more points, and at that time we can add more points on. It really depends on your family. If you guys are fine staying in a deluxe, which is like a full bed and a pull out, and I think it sleeps 4 to 5, then do it. You can save money that way. What we found is basically within 2 years of vacation club points, it's the cost of one vacation for us room wise. I'm not counting tickets or anything because that's separate. So it saved us money, but everybody's different. So there are people that have asked me about the vacation club, and I've said, it may not be right for you.
Talk to the salesperson because they're going to know a lot better than you guys watching this video. We're just giving you guys as much information as we know and our 2 cents about it. So our next question is, how much are points?
So I kind of touched upon this. When we purchased, they were $165 a point. So it goes up every few years by a few dollars.
I think it's gone up since we've actually purchased it.
It has. We purchased in April 2015. But at $165 a point, you multiply it by 200, which is how many points we got, and that is the cost of your...
Full mortgage.
Yes. There's a little bit of interest, but there's not too much interest. It is a mortgage, basically. So you do have the interest. It is a loan through Disney. But it's not bad at all.
No. I mean, again, it all comes down to money. Can you afford it or can you not?
Yeah, and
they'll work through everything to help you guys afford it.
And something to note about this, we put down a large down payment, and it didn't lower our monthly payment. That's something that screwed up my dad. He put down double the deposit, but it didn't lower our monthly payments. It just shortened the amount
we owe.
Yeah.
Like how many years, was it a 20-year loan or something? Or 10-year
It's 10-year loan.
So the 10-year loan just shorted to, let's say, 8 as opposed to 10.
But in 2025, or actually less than that, but by 2025, we won't be paying that monthly payment.
We'll just have the...
We'll have the maintenance.
Yeah.
And we'll be going on Disney vacations without paying for the room.
Go
so
DVC.
Excited.
So our next question is, how is it cheaper to buy DVC points compared to just paying cash for your vacation without DVC points at all?
This is easy. So
hold on.
So if for our loan, it was $165 a point for 200 points. It was around $33,000. If you were to estimate the rooms, now you have to remember these are deluxe rooms. And that's what factored into us because we've stayed at all of the properties and we preferred the deluxe resorts to the value. And that's where it made it more beneficial for us.
And for those who don't know the differences or what resorts are what, make sure to watch our video. We talked about all the Disney hotels and what are the differences between the two. So that way, before you even walk into a DVC meeting, you know exactly what the deluxe has compared to the values or the moderates. So,
So it made sense for us to go with a deluxe. Now, on average, actually on the lower end, the deluxe resorts are around $350 a night. So if you say an average vacation is 7 nights, 7 times 350, sorry, I'm doing a calculator, or I'm using a calculator.
English.
It's $2,450 per vacation. So I'll round that up to $2,500 because with taxes and everything. So if I take the $33,000 and divide it by $2,500, that's 13 vacations. So for this to work for us or make sense for us, it would cost us 13 vacations before the vacation club's paid off. Now remember, with $33,000, I can either pay for every trip I do, or I can have 50 years of vacations. And you have to remember, every year there's inflation. Those room rates are going to go up in 20 years. So maybe those 13 years, it's really going to get you like 10 years because of inflation. So that's why it made sense for us. We factored in, let's say we don't use RCI and we only go with Disney. If we take a Disney vacation every year, it'll pay off for us in 10 years. Easily, no problem. It's already actually probably paid off for us because the first trip we did with it was 2 weeks. It was a week at a Disney, at the Polynesian, and a week on a Disney cruise.
And then back to Disney after that. It was our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Let's just start off with that. It was our honeymoon. That's why we did a half a month.
We used points for the cruise, which is $3,000 a person, easily, probably $3,500 because we had a balcony. That's $7,000 right there. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So again, for us, using that extreme, vacation, but for us, the points were a lot smarter. We saved a ton of money by using the DVC points and compared to just paying cash.
And we're going to save a ton of money. Now we're paying the monthly mortgage payment right now, but when our kids are older and they're starting to go to school and they're starting to cost us more money, that monthly payment's going to disappear, and I can use that money on other things while still taking a Disney vacation for less than half the cost of what it normally would have cost us.
So our next question, where can I use my points? And am I only allowed to use them at Walt Disney World and or Disneyland?
So we kind of answered that. You can use them at over 100 places all throughout the world. The only place you can't use them is where Disney will not allow you to travel, which is war-torn countries.
Or any country that they consider war-torn, even if they're not actually currently in war.
Yeah, so you can't go to any of the Middle East right now. I'm not sure. I don't think you can go to Russia. So those are just
you would just have to you would ask DVC and they'll tell you the whole entire list of countries.
Yeah, they can give you a good list, but even if you don't know, you can easily go on RCI's website. They the Vacation Club website links to RCI, and you can just search and look for it. So that's not a problem. I've never had a problem finding something to look up.
And plus, if you do sign up, you can, whenever you want, call up your salesperson and they'll immediately tell you any and all information at the drop of a hat. We actually were thinking about buying more points, and our salesperson called us back within a day and was able to answer all of our questions.
Yeah. The other thing is, let's say there's a country, you wanted to go to the Middle East, but you have the vacation club and you don't want to take 2 vacations in a year. You can, like I mentioned, sell those points to somebody else and take that money that you got from the sale and put it towards that vacation. So you're not losing out on the money.
So our next question is, why do I need a home resort? Can I stay at other hotels or other resorts? What is the difference between my home resort and others?
So your home resort is where you purchase into. For the vacation club, you actually have to purchase a property. You get a deed, you get there's a whole board, there's condo meetings, things like that. Sorry if they're squeaking, that's Chip. But your home resort, what you get to stay at your home resort, so our home resort is the Polynesian, as I mentioned. We can start booking at the Polynesian 11 months in advance. So in December, I can book for November of next year. But with non-home resorts, so any other property within any other Disney Vacation Club place you can stay, I can book 7 months out. So, for example, when we booked our honeymoon, we booked for the Polynesian at 11 months to reserve those dates of being in Disney, and then I went in and saw what was available from other resorts at the 7-month date. Any resorts that are not available at the date, you can waitlist. So I waitlisted for the Grand Floridian, I waitlisted for a beach club. You normally get those waitlists. It's not hard to get off the waitlist, but we went during Food and Wine and Mickey's Not So Scary, so we weren't able to get those waitlists. But you can be notified up to 7 days in advance. If somebody cancels, anything like that, you'll get it, and they'll only grant it to you if your entire stay is available. You can also stay at non-Disney Vacation Club properties, so the non-villas like your moderates and value, but they cost more in the point value scheme because they know they can get the money somewhere else, and they'd be losing money to let someone with the vacation club stay there.
Yeah. So our next question is, what are some of the perks, discounts, specials, and other benefits of being a DVC member?
There's a lot. More than I thought when signing up, and I'm happily surprised. So just some of the things is when you go on a Disney cruise, there's special things that you're given as a vacation club member. One of the things is a magnet on your door. You're given gifts in your room. You get special like concierge service. So when you call up to book, you don't have to call the regular landline for Disney and sit on the phone and wait with them. You call the vacation club, and anything you do through booking, you do through the vacation club, which is really nice.
It's like a one-stop shop, so to speak.
Yeah, you can get discounts on merchandise, and certain times of the year they do higher discounts, lower discounts. You get discounts on food, and not on the dining plan, but you also get discounts on an annual pass if you want an annual pass. But there's also special vacation club events. So there's member-only cruises, there's different like events times during the year, and that Pandora thing we went to.
Which we had a lot of fun. We actually made a video for it. So if you haven't seen it already, make sure you click on one of the links to be able to see the Pandora video that we shot. And by the way, we were DVC members, and that was only opened up to DVC members.
So that's something we're probably going to see for Toy Story Land and Star Wars Land, where during their soft opening, they have special time for annual pass holders and special times for Disney Vacation Club members only, which was, when I saw that email invite, I was so happy.
She was happy. I was more happy.
We also get a magazine every month called Disney Files. I don't have one here, but it kind of gives you some updates on what's going on, any member-only events, things like that.
So our next question is, does the DVC give any discounts on any airlines?
No, they don't. Disney...
They should, though.
They should.
If Disney's watching this, you guys should team up with like Spirit or something.
But no, Disney's not partnered with any airline. The only perk you get, which regular guests get, is if you're flying a certain airline, you can do airline check-in at the resorts.
Our last question is this right for my family?
There are some people it's not right for. If you are not a family that sees yourself taking a vacation every year, number one, if you don't take vacations every year, it's probably not right for you. Number two, if you're not a Disney family and you don't see this being passed on, it's probably not right for you. If you stay at only value resorts and you go to save money, it's probably not right for you. But if you take Disney vacations every year or vacations every year and you really do enjoy Disney and you want to pass it down to your kids,
or obsessed like we are.
Yeah. This is a vacation that can grow with you because you can add more points. You can stay at all these different resorts. You're not stuck to one hotel like a normal timeshare. It's right for you. For more information, I wish I could give you all of the answers, but I can't. You really talk to a Disney salesperson. If you're not going to Disney anytime soon, you can call. You can ask questions that way. You can get them to send you an informational packet.
And a DVD. They'll give you the whole sales spiel thing.
It's worth the time to do it. I'm one that when I'm on Disney property, I'm go, 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 go. There's no time for anything else.
It was worth it.
Make time for it. And now we are able to stay at the deluxe properties when, you know, that's where we want to stay, but maybe we didn't always have the money for it. Now we can stay there every time. And when I'm booking a vacation, I only have to worry about my tickets and my food now, which is fantastic. I don't have to worry about paying for a room. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Please be sure to subscribe, like our video, comment down below on things you'd want to see, and share with your friends.
But most importantly, subscribe, because without you guys who are our subscribers, we would never know that we're on the right path and we're actually making videos that you guys like. So make sure you guys subscribe.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye.
Have a magical day.